Welcome to Active Staffing Services. Active Staffing has been a family-owned and operated business servicing the production, warehouse, retail, food service, fulfillment, and distribution business communities for over 70 years. Our offices are located in New York, New Jersey, Florida, and Texas. Active Staffing's mission. At Active Staffing Services, our mission is to improve the lives of our clients, associates, and team members by connecting technology, talent, and opportunity. Active Staffing's vision. Our vision is to be known as the pioneer in meshing human ingenuity and innovative technologies that improve the world of work for our clients, associates, and team members. Active Staffing's values: integrity, accountability, respect, dedication, operational excellence. Before we begin, we'd like to request that everyone please turn off all cell phones or place them on silent mode, as well as refrain from texting or talking for the duration of this video. The information in this video is very important to the success of your assignment at POP Displays, so it's in your best interest to pay careful attention to what's being said without distraction. We'd like to welcome you to our orientation and congratulate you on becoming a member of the Active Staffing family. You're watching this video because an Active Staffing recruiter has seen qualities in you that meet the requirements of our client, POP Displays. In this video, we'd like to make you more familiar with their operation before accepting this assignment. We'd like to request that everyone watch this video and consider each section carefully before committing to the job assignment at POP Displays. Now, let's explore what it takes to become a successful employee at POP Displays. In order to qualify for this assignment with POP, you must meet the following requirements. You must be able to work a full-time schedule on a particular shift which has been discussed with you by your active recruiter. The shift will be Monday through Friday, along with a Saturday and Sunday when needed, which will be determined at POP's discretion. Saturday or Sunday work will be paid to you as overtime if you've completed over 40 hours in the same work week. You must also be able to commit to this assignment with minimal interruption in regard to call-outs and/or latenesses. If you call out or are late more than 2 times, your assignment will be ended. Travel expenses. You must be able to provide your own travel expenses to and from POP Displays. Travel expenses are your responsibility to provide for the entire duration of your assignment. Job functions. You must be able to perform the job functions requested, which will be explained in more detail later on in this video. Dress code. You must be able to abide by all dress code regulations set forth by both Active Staffing and POP Displays, which will also be explained in further detail later in this video. Pay rate. You must agree to the pay rate offered for this assignment. Travel to Yonkers. You must be able to travel to Yonkers on a daily basis. This means taking the Beeline Bus 2021, which is located on the corner of Jerome Avenue and Bedford Park, which will take approximately 30 to 40 minutes to get to Yonkers. Perform repetitive work. You must be able to perform a repetitive job in a light industrial environment while standing on your feet for the entire shift. Now we're going to go over topics we'll cover at POP Displays. Topics such as: who are they and what do they do? The relationship between Active Staffing and POP Displays. Manufacturing work centers. management and staff breakdown, safety, quality, and efficiency procedures, scheduling and breaks, swipe procedure, rules and regulations, and dress code. Now, let's get to know our client in more detail so that you better understand who you'll be working for. POP Displays is a manufacturer of point-of-purchase displays and merchandising systems. They're privately owned and have been in business for more than 55 years. You've likely seen their products in several retail settings, but you may not have noticed them because their product, the displays, is not meant to be seen, but to highlight and draw a customer's attention to their client's products. The next time you walk into a cosmetics retailer, take a look at the cosmetic display and think, this could have been made by me. We'd like to take a moment to discuss the relationship between Active Staffing Services and POP Displays. It's important to understand the difference between your employer and your work location. You're employed by Active Staffing Services and on assignment at POP Displays. We'll review your assignment. This includes attendance, job performance, and following rules and regulations. A good review can lead to either long-term or temp-to-perm placement, or to consideration for a position on another assignment. There are also several perks you can acquire while on assignment with POP Displays, such as available overtime, and the ability to learn several manufacturing skills, such as assembly, picking and packing, and possibly molding operations. You'll work in a safe, clean, and drug-free environment. There is room for growth. Permanent placement can be offered to those workers who demonstrate the core values which POP stands for and operates by on a daily basis, which are honor, respect, selfless service, duty, safety, personal courage, and integrity. Along with the core values, if you demonstrate safety, quality, and efficiency with a good understanding of your job functions, you could be considered. Ways of doing so: be reliable, meaning show up on time every day as scheduled, and take initiative, meaning follow instructions carefully and work hard. Your efforts will get noted. Let's get into what you'll be doing while assigned to POP Displays. In this section, you'll be provided with a department breakdown and a hint to making your job assignment more successful. Manufacturing work centers, cellular manufacturing, room work, or molding. The cellular manufacturing area is located around the injection molding machines, and as the machines produce the pieces, they're passed through to a team of workers, possibly you, who will decorate it and assemble it with other pieces to make a finished part that is packaged for collation and shipment. Please note that you'll be required to work with a box cutter to allow you to shave the excess plastic off each piece in this department. You'll also be provided with Kevlar gloves for your protection, which will be supplied and mandated by POP Displays. The key to working in this department is to make a part that conforms with the approved quality sample and do it in the correct amount of time so that the line does not get backed up. The next section you may be placed in is the room work area. This is located near the cellular manufacturing area, where pre-molded pieces are decorated and assembled to make a finished good. If you're assigned to this department, you must have steady hands, good vision, and attention to detail in order to place the sticker in the proper location of the display. The key here is to follow job instructions carefully and keep pace with the amount of time it should take to perform each function. Molding area. Once you familiarize yourself with POP's operation, you may be selected to become a molding operator. Operators will be operating the molding machine. The machines produce plastic parts at a set pace, known as takt time. Only after you've been properly trained and certified by POP management will you be given this assignment. You'll be given an active staffing ID card. The ID card must be visible at all times while on assignment. The ID card will be in 3 colors: blue or yellow for assembly, blue with a yellow sticker for molding trainee. When you get this sticker, at that point you may operate the molding machine if placed in that department, or a white color ID for molding operators. Here at POP Displays, there are several levels of staff and management which allow POP to maintain safety, quality, and efficiency on a daily basis. In this section, we'll identify the top 3 most important players in the success of POP Displays, as well as give you a brief description of other employees who you may come into contact with while on assignment at POP. The number 1 player in their operation is the customer. Without the customer, there is no demand, there is no supply, and therefore no jobs, which leads us right into our second most important player at POP Displays, which allows us to keep the customer happy. You. You are the one providing us with the products, which we supply to our number 1 player, and do it on a consistent basis without compromising on quality. Without you, POP could not have an operation. Third in line are the line leaders and supervisors. Line leaders and supervisors are responsible for assigning you to a job, for training you on how to perform the job function assigned, and monitoring your progress. If you have any questions regarding the task you've been assigned, please refer back to your line leader. Your line leader is also the individual you need to ask if you have to use the facilities during a shift, so they can arrange coverage for you. Supervisors are responsible for assigning you to a department, changing over jobs, and monitoring the performance of several lines. If your line leader isn't available, a supervisor is the next level of leadership. Safety, quality, and efficiency procedures. There are several procedures that come into play that allow the facility to be safe, such as general safety habits, PPE, hearing conservation programs, fire prevention, quality, and efficiency. POP's first priority is to operate a safe facility and take appropriate action to protect their employees and guests from hazards. Please recognize that this is a light industrial atmosphere and take appropriate precautions to protect yourself and your co-workers. POP Displays complies with all applicable safety statutes, regulations, and the provisions of OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Both active staffing and POP Displays take safety very seriously because we want to ensure that our workers are working in a hazard-free work environment and that you never put yourself at risk. If you need training or are uncomfortable performing a specific job function, please let a POP supervisor know. Things to remember when working safe. Be aware of forklifts and stay clear of their path. Never operate any machinery without being trained or certified and being given permission from POP management. Once you have been cleared to operate a machine, you'll be provided with a sticker to display on your ID. Use personal protective equipment. We'll elaborate more on that in a later section. Keep your area clean. A clean and well-organized workspace increases safety and decreases the frequency of accidents. Always walk. Do not run in any POP display worksite areas. Horseplay such as tripping, running, shoving, wrestling, or throwing objects is very dangerous and will not be permitted. Do not lift objects that are heavy enough to cause possible strain. Ask for help. To avoid strains, learn to lift objects safely. Bend your knees, keep your back straight, and then carefully pick up the object utilizing your leg muscles. Sharp tools must be covered when carried in a pocket. These safety regulations must be followed at all times. By following these rules, you'll help eliminate hazards and stop unsafe work habits, thereby preventing accidents which can result in painful and costly injuries. Don't tamper with safety equipment or safety devices. You're expected to report unsafe and improperly operating equipment promptly. POP display security staff are trained and certified first responders. In the event of an accident or injury, please have security paged and summoned to your location. Please have security or a POP representative notify active staffing services immediately as well. Personal protective equipment is involved in any job function that requires PPE. Active staffing associates utilize personal protective equipment at one time or another. It is POP's policy to provide all active staffing associates, as well as their own employees, with PPE, and to train you in its use, at no cost to you, if it's required for your specific job function or department. Forms of PPE. Some examples of PPE are earplugs, which may be worn while working in the molding department. This type of PPE is part of the Hearing Conservation Program developed by POP Displays. This program was developed to ensure that you're provided with earplugs or other hearing protection devices while working in areas of high noise levels. Goggles and masks may also be required for molding operators and could be required while performing room work as well. Kevlar gloves may be required when working in cellular manufacturing. Your POP Displays supervisor, EHS, or security personnel can answer any questions you may have about PPE. Another imperative part of keeping a facility safe is fire prevention. Fire prevention is developed and maintained within the POP Displays Emergency Evacuation Plan. This is conducted annually under simulated emergency conditions. In order to follow good fire prevention methods, please keep all fire doors clear and unobstructed. Keep aisles leading to fire escapes open. Never stack anything in front of fire equipment. Never use a fire extinguisher or other piece of firefighting equipment unless you've been instructed in its use. If you detect any possibility of a fire, notify your supervisor immediately. If POP operates in a safe environment, they're in a better position to deliver a quality product to their clients. This will now take us into our next section, quality. Quality is everybody's responsibility at POP Displays. They ship hundreds and thousands of parts each week, and it would be impossible to have a separate staff to audit the quality of every piece. There should be a quality sample on every assembly line that can be used to make sure we're making the correct product. Each part should be inspected for the following. Fit. Does it fit in the display the way it should? Form. Does the display look correct? Are the graphics correct? And is it free from visible defects? Function. Does the display do what it's supposed to do? For example, will the pusher push the product to the front of the display? Efficiency is also very important to operating a safe and productive operation. Working hard is not the same as working smart. When our teamwork is smart and does the right thing right away, the first time, it saves time and energy that would be needed to correct mistakes. POP developed processes to make sure that all item quality checks are done. When these processes are followed, it's done right the first time, and it avoids costly mistakes and rework on the line. To review what was discussed in the section, use personal protective equipment. Keep your workspace clean and well organized. Work smart the first time to avoid costly mistakes. Follow all safety procedures required by POP. If you have any questions or feel you're not properly trained, please see your supervisor. Shifts and schedules. POP Displays operates 3 shifts 5 days a week. If they need additional production time, POP will schedule shifts on the weekends. The 3 shifts offered are A shift, otherwise known as the first shift, which is from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. B shift, also called the second shift, is from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. C shift, also known as the third shift, is from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. All shifts consist of 7.5 hours of work, totaling 37.5 hours per week. Shifts start on time, and you're expected to work until the end of your shift. Lunch breaks. There are no other breaks other than the 30-minute meal break, so use your time wisely. You must make sure to follow the swipe procedure detailed in this video on a daily basis. Now let me take you through the steps of swiping in and out every day that you're on assignment with POP Displays. In order to be paid properly and to secure your assignment for the day, you must report to the main cafeteria at least 15 minutes prior to the start of your shift so that you could be assigned to a team once the shift begins. Upon arrival in the cafeteria, you must line up according to your department. If you're new, you will be assigned to a department. You will then be swiped in by a POP representative. You must swipe in and out twice a day. Then your line leader will pick each group up according to their department, and you'll be escorted to your workstation to probably begin your day's work. If you report to work without your ID badge, you'll be sent home and will lose a day's pay. Active Staffing offers direct deposit and Brinks pay cards. Please speak to your recruiter to enroll. Each week, Active Staffing will collect your hours and pay your wages. If you have questions regarding your salary, it should be directed to Active Staffing only. To report any payroll issues or questions, please take a moment to take down the following information. In this section, we'll discuss the rules and regulations required by both Active Staffing and POP Displays, as well as dress code requirements, harassment procedures, and some helpful tips to making this assignment a successful one. There are rules and regulations required by POP Displays and Active Staffing which must be abided by every day you're assigned to POP Displays. If you're found in violation of any of these rules or regulations, your assignment will be ended and you'll receive further disciplinary action from Active Staffing immediately. Your future employment with Active Staffing will be in jeopardy. Let's take a look at the rules and regulations required of you while on assignment at POP Displays. Smoking is strictly prohibited anywhere on POP property. If you're caught in violation of this rule, your assignment will be completed promptly and you'll be terminated from Active Staffing. Coming to work under the influence of alcohol or drugs, distributing or drinking alcoholic beverages in the plant or on company property is strictly forbidden. Never fight or argue on the job, either with a supervisor or coworker. You may in no way take any measures on your own to resolve any client or employee conflicts. Active Staffing will act as a liaison for POP and you. We have a zero-tolerance theft policy, which includes theft of time or the theft of any company, employee, or client property. If you're found in violation of this policy, you will be terminated immediately. If you leave your work area without your supervisor's knowledge, you have committed time theft. You'll be instructed to return to active staffing for further disciplinary action. If you must use the restroom facilities outside of your meal break, please let your line leader know so that your production areas are covered during your short absence. You must report to work every day with your ID badge. You'll not be permitted to work if you don't have it in your possession. This is also how you get paid, so please always have this card on your person. Your ID badge must be placed on your person in clear sight at all times while on site at POP displays. Make sure you follow the swipe procedure completely or you'll not be paid properly. Please make sure to swipe in and out 2 times a day. Failure to do so will result in missing wages. Active staffing takes any form of harassment seriously. If you feel you've been subject to harassment, immediately report the matter to the HR department by calling 212-244-6444 or by emailing hr@activestaffing.com. Active Staffing and POP displays abide by all EEOC regulations. All reports or complaints will be treated confidentially to the extent feasible and will be promptly and thoroughly investigated. Violations of this policy will not be tolerated and will result in disciplinary action up to and including discharge. You can be assured that there will be no retaliation for either filing a complaint or participating in an investigation of harassment. POP displays must make sure to remain in constant compliance with all federal and state OSHA and company safety requirements. To assist in maintaining an injury and accident-free work environment, you'll be required to abide by the dress code requirements detailed in this video while on assignment with POP displays. Make sure you're properly dressed for your assignment every day. Open shoes and high heels are strictly prohibited on the manufacturing floor. This includes sandals, open-toe shoes, or open-back slip-in shoes. Your feet must be fully covered. Please check with your supervisor to see if you're working in a department that requires steel-toe boots. No loose-fitting shorts, skirts, baggy pants, miniskirts, short skirts, short shorts, or spandex shorts, or other items that can get caught in machinery or equipment are allowed on the manufacturing floor. No pants worn underneath the waist showing undergarments or exposed skin. Shirts or blouses must cover the entire torso, including the front, back, and sides of the top of your pants. Hats, hoods on hooded sweatshirts, or sunglasses should not be worn during work operations. No attire with profanity, offensive language, or inappropriate images is permitted. No loose or dangling jewelry that can create a safety hazard is permitted. No electronic equipment such as smart cell phones, iPads, or tablets are permitted. All Bluetooth devices are strictly prohibited during work operations. This includes Beats, EarPods, or any electronic in-ear devices. Do not bring a lot of personal or expensive items with you on your assignment. Active Staffing and POP displays are not responsible for your personal property while you're at work. Your property is your responsibility. In accepting this assignment, you'll be given directions to get to POP displays, a POP displays identification badge, which will be used to swipe in and out for the day, a business card from our recruiter, and lastly, you'll sign electronic forms of the orientation outlining everything we went over in the video. If you have any questions or situations during the duration of your assignment, please feel free to contact us below. Thank you for joining us today for this orientation. Good luck with your new assignment.